They told us that sovereignty was sinful. They told us that our connection with the land wasn't real. They replaced Ériu with empire, with foreign empires. They made you forget who you were. They came here in ships and made you forget who you were. They told you your people were backwards, wild and backwards, that needed to be tamed. They told you that sovereignty was sinful, that pride was sinful. They told you that it was a sin to have sovereignty. They took your crown, they took your kingship, they took Ériu. But I feel something. You feel it's coming up from the ground into your body. You're here. You're here to take it back. In Ireland, in ancient Ireland, kingship and being a Taoiseach wasn't about power. Wasn't even about politics. It was sacred. It was sacred. A king or a Taoiseach wasn't above the people. He was bound to the people. And he was bound to the goddess. And Ériu herself chose him. And as soon as he didn't respect sovereignty or didn't respect Ériu, the land turned against him. And he couldn't stand. That was the Brehon law. That was Brehon law. The king and the Taoiseach were bound to the people. They served the people. They were not above the people. They did not make decisions above the people's heads. They were bound to the people of Ireland. We had no need. The Gaelic people had no need for empires, no need for thrones of gold. Because our leaders, our Taoiseachs, our kings were born in service to the people. They weren't born in greed. They were born in service to Ériu and the people of Ireland and the land. It was not a greed thing. But then we had the invasions. The Normans, the English crown, the church, who one by one start destroying our customs, destroying our language, destroying our incredible law system, our incredible education system. Started destroying it all. One by one, making us forget who we were. And one by one, they burnt our laws. They destroyed our customs. They built our sacred land. They covered our sacred land in concrete and shame. And it's changing now. We're beginning to remember again. They replaced our warrior kings with empire. They replaced our sovereignty with tributes to the king. They replaced our connection to the land with landlords. They told us that sovereignty was sinful. They told us that our connection with the land wasn't real. They replaced Ériu with empire, with foreign empires. They replaced our connection with the Tuatha Dé Danann, with the Fomorian mindset of shame, guilt, fear. Lots of fear. But something is stirring now. Can you feel it? Something is stirring now. Every Gaelic man, woman and child is starting to feel the part of Ériu coming up through their feet. Every Gaelic heart is starting to ache. Starting to ache for our language, for our customs, for our culture. We are remembering. All the Gaelic souls are remembering. You are beginning to remember again. You are beginning to feel the feeling. We are the descendants of kings, of queens, of warriors, of poets, of craftsmen, of incredible craftsmen. Our kingship is not gone. Our kingship is not gone. It's still in our blood. We can feel it, and we're beginning to remember. We're beginning to take back our sovereignty, our kingship. Not to rule, not to dominate, not to destroy, but to remember who we are. To remember again. You take your kingship back every time you walk on Ériu's soil again. Every time you tell the truth and refuse to accept lies, all those lies that show up in the newspaper, on the internet, every time you speak the truth and refuse to accept the lies, every time you honour the sacred that comes before you, because your kingship to the Gaelic people is not about domination. It's about service. It's about a duty to protect. It's about a sacred bond with the land, with the Gaelic land that contains the DNA of your ancestors, thousands of years of your ancestors' DNA. And the contract you have with this land was never broken. It was only hidden. For the Gaelic man, the throne he wears is not made of gold. And it's also, I'm sorry, but it's also not made of thorns. It's made of fire. And you are remembering. But now the Gael remembers. Now you are beginning to remember again. Now the Tua is beginning to rise again. Now Ériu is beginning to rise. And it's happening to every man, woman and child as they stand in their villages, as they remember. They came and they stole your kingship. But you are here. You're here now and you're taking it back.